Trump ally Steve Bannon has surrendered to authorities to face contempt of Congress charges after refusing to give evidence about the Capitol riot. Mr. Bannon defied a summons to testify on what he knew about plans for the protest that ended with Trump supporters storming Congress.On Friday. The Justice Department formally charged Mr. Bannon, a former Trump White House strategist. He now faces up to a year in prison and a $100,000 fine. Mr. Bannon, 67, surrendered to officials at the FBI's Washington, D.C. field office on Monday morning. Supporters of former President Donald Trump stormed the U.S. Congress building on January 6 as results of the 2020 election were being certified inside. Mr. Trump, a Republican, has refused to acknowledge losing the election to Democratic President Joe Biden last year, making claims without evidence of mass voter fraud. Mr. Bannon was indicted on one count of refusing to appear for a deposition and one count of refusing to provide subpoenaed documents to a committee investigating the riot. Appearing outside the court Monday afternoon, he said he believed the charges were politically motivated and vowed to fight them. "We're tired of playing defense. We're going to go on the offense on this," he said. As part of restrictions set by the court, Mr. Bannon will be required to check in weekly, remain at his listed address, and notify authorities of any plans for international travel. The court has possession of Mr. Bannon's passport. No plea has yet been entered, and a virtual hearing has been scheduled for Thursday morning. According to subpoena documents, Mr. Bannon, who currently hosts the Right-Wing War Room podcast, said on the eve of the riot that all hell is going to break loose tomorrow. His lawyers have argued that his communications involving the former president are protected. Mr. Bannon's is the first such indictment to come out of the House of Representatives Select Committee's inquiry of the January 6 event. Mr. Trump has urged former aides to reject deposition requests, arguing that they are covered by executive privilege, a legal principle that protects many White House communications. Another Trump official, former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, may also face consequences for defying a similar subpoena to appear before the committee. Mr. Meadows' decision to defy the law may force the committee to pursue contempt proceedings like those applied to Mr. Bannon, the investigating committee's chairman has said. Dozens of subpoenas were issued last week, calling on former Trump officials to hand over documents and testify about the riot. On Sunday, Mr. Trump defended his former aide, whom he fired in 2017, saying, "This country has perhaps never done to anyone what they have done to Steve Bannon."
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.